Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran Terra Rebirth. I'm John, your game master for the evening. And joining me today is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Gashkar Stormcaller, the half-orc barbarian.
And Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Jeremy. I am playing.
For some reason,
Harry?
had the wrong booth. And sorry, it was showing you playing Selena, and it was weird.
Okay. I am playing Harry, the halfling battlemaster fighter.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Hope Asmar Rogue Barbarian Monk.
And Jack.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jack, and I'm playing Gwynferon, the High Elf Divination Wizard, as well as Ashkill, the Wood Elven Warlock that lives in his brain.
And not Corbin, Cody.
No, my name is Corbin. I've had it legally changed. No. Cody. I play Corbin, the human battlemaster / paladin.
And when last we left off, the group, having successfully cleared the latest tier of the Tower of the Gods, had decided to go on a bit of a side detour to find an artifact of some power located in the northern frosted area of the world. They teleported, which didn't quite hit on the mark, based on the fact that Gwynferon was using the teleport spell to try to get to a place that he had seen once. They found themselves in the middle of a frozen tundra, with sort of in the middle of a blizzard, being stared down at by a frost giant who was then hit in the face with a hammer thrown from what appeared to be a mostly clad in skins and leathers barbarian, who roared something in giant. And that's where we left off. So, the group of you excuse me, are looking up. You're sort of in sort of a dugout, sort of a ditch, basically, of snow. Harry, the snow is up to your chin.
Okay.
To give you all an idea of how deep the snow is. And sort of looking up at this scene that is happening above you.
Immediately, Harry looks up at Gashkar. Launch me.
No hesitation, just...
Gwyn turns to the... You said it was a Goliath?
Yes. Before that, though, where are you launching Harry at?
So first, I am raging, and then just like shot-putting the halfling towards the chest of the giant.
Okay.
That's all special, motherfucker.
So really quickly, Harry, you will see this first. Once you clear the rim of this ditch that you're in, you realize that there is more than one frost giant.
Okay.
Doing a quick count, it looks like there are about 12 frost giants.
Oh no.
That's a lot of fucking frost giants.
A lot of corpses in a minute.
Fun, yeah.
As you get,
I feel like I need to make a wisdom check.
as you get flung at the frost giant. We'll make that wisdom check in a second. Jack, what were you about to say?
Gwyn turns towards the Goliath. Are you Sigurd?
Okay. There's no response because he's in the middle of fighting a giant.
I figured, but he wanted to ask anyway.
So
Skyrim here in a minute when we.
we're going to go ahead and roll initiative using Harry as the start of the round.
Let me roll my wisdom check to see.
Hang on, let me pull you guys over to the fight.
pretty good.
To the
Grin.
battle
Killing
map.
it is.
Pretty good.
That is not a small number
Oh
of
god,
frost giants.
that's a lot of them. Okay.
Who's the resident alchemist? Because we're about to have a lot of giant toes.
Yeah, I was about to say we can make some.
Fortify carry weight potions coming
Yeah.
out of the ass.
Oh boy.
I need a
I got an 11. Jesus.
doorway.
Let's see here.
Initiatavo. Natural 20. 20.
Heyo.
19.
Nice.
Let's give the audience a view as to what
Just how
these-
many frost giants there are.
Yes.
just how many frost giants there are. Yeah.
I was more afraid during the Badgers.
Yeah, look what happened. All right.
In Gwyn's brain, Eshkill's going, I seem to remember a similar situation involving a number of owlbears.
That was the best fight.
27
18.
owlbears.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
terrible.
I need to do it.
There are 27 owl bears.
Yep. I mean, we got him. It worked out fine. Ish.
Okay.
So are we supposed to be on the other side of this line, or?
On the other side of what line?
Oh, I see a line on my screen. That might just be me, though.
I do not see a line.
Oh, there is a yeah. So some of you might see lines where the tiles don't quite line up. It's kind of weird. It moves for me, like it's been moving
Okay.
for me, which is kind of disconcerting. But
Since I was flying at them, do I get an attack before
yes,
initiative
you
starts?
get your surprise round. That's where we're starting off with Selena going. Not Selena.
Selena
Harry.
going, where the fuck am I?
Sorry.
How the fuck did I get here?
Well
I
played.
the roll 20 the booth, for whatever reason, the booth that had Selena on it keeps getting put on top of the booth that has Harry on it, so I keep having to fix that, but I keep saying Selena. Anyways, Harry, you go ahead and you open this encounter with an attack.
Okay. I am going to hold on just a second. Decision.
You are in the midst of flying, so you're only going to get one. So
One
make
attack?
it make it your best attack.
What are these? What is the giant that I'm flying at armed with?
He is armed with
His wits.
a great axe.
Okay. Let me look at something here. String. Okay, well that's going to be pretty good. What do you see?
I'm curious what
Yeah,
you.
let's give it a shot. I'm going to go for a disarming attack.
Okay.
And where
Ooh.
is my thing? Why do I have this? Oh yeah, because 22.
22 hits.
Oh, good. Because if it didn't
So
do
that
it, then it'd
is
be
12
fucked.
slashing as well as 23 slashing damage.
All right. So 23 slashing damage, and you're
Yep.
trying to disarm him.
Yep, so he has to
Uh,
make a strength saving throw. DC is 19.
He made it easily. However,
Like I said, the odds were not great, but
because of the size that you are and what you are trying to do, so you get launched into the air and you come out with what you use. You use the axe. You come out with the axe and just hit and slide down sort of across the chest of the giant, and then like sort of aim your axe at its axe, and you hit the axe, and it doesn't move. And then neither do you, as you find yourself hanging by your axe off of the giant's axe, suspended in the air.
Works for me. Oh, I should actually be at full hit.
So you are currently hanging from your axe off of the axe of this giant. Corbin. So going to the top of the round now. Corbin, you are in a ditch. You can only see the one giant that Harry is fighting, and then the Goliath that was on the other side of the ditch you're in.
There's more!
Also, because of how deep the snow is, this is difficult terrain for anybody that does not have specific magical boots that make snow not difficult terrain.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, are you talking about boots of the Winterland or
Yeah,
boots
those.
Okay, so I can hop like a rabbit though.
You can hop. It's still difficult terrain because the snow is on your feet. It's hard to jump when there's pressure on top.
For planning purposes, once I get to my turn, is the frost giant difficult terrain?
Yes, the frost giant is difficult
You
terrain.
do have to climb around the giant.
Around, up.
That's fair.
It is still difficult terrain, yes.
Why don't I have boots of the Winterlands?
Let's see.
Because
So-
you're from a tropical climate.
I mean, yes, but I come from the snow-capped mountains where a white dragon lives.
Yes. That's what your harness is for.
That's fair.
You
So without-
fly.
without a running
Also, where's my wyvern?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I was missing.
without a running start, my jump distance is 30 feet. Can I make it to the base of the giant that Harry got launched at?
Make me an athletics check. See if you can clear the snow.
I mean, you can get adjacent to the giant within 15 feet of just regular movement.
Yeah, the trick is going to be being able to pull clear of the thick snow in order to jump.
22.
Yeah. With that, you're able to, you don't get the full 30 feet, but you're able to get 50. You're able to get half that, so 15
Okay.
over to where the giant is.
So
As you leap out, you clear this ditch that you're in, and you too see a field of frost giants.
Told you there were more.
Yep. So midair, I'm like, "Fuck, she was right," and then bonus action, activate the animated shield, and then 3 attacks on this dude with spear. Regular, so 4, and I don't think I can trip him. Is he large or huge?
Huge.
Okay, so yeah, I have to do that.
Unfortunately, I can't grapple them either because they're huge.
Yeah, I can't yet, but
Kind of hard getting your
There you go,
arms around. It's part of a
Yeah.
mountain.
24 for the first attack
24 hits.
does 10 piercing. That's minimum damage. Damn. Plus 6 thunder, and 25 and 34.
Be lightning, not thunder. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's a different spear. You don't
Yep.
have that one.
Nope.
Grauza
I
has
have
it.
that one. Gashkar.
Or Gashkar has it.
Who knows who
Same
anyone's
thing.
character are?
I know who I am.
Second and third attack.
Do you,
do
though?
35
Do you?
points of damage total.
Yep.
5 thunder, 30
All right.
piercing. And yeah, that's
All right. So, Corbin leaps up into the air, coming back down with spear, sort of stabbing down into the foot and leg of the giant in front of you. Stabbing 3 times, hitting all 3 times. And as you do that, you hear from behind you, in common, "Welcome to the fray!" As the Goliath, who still hasn't answered Gwynferon's question, who is currently raging. I pull up his character sheet and look at stuff and try to remember what his what his particular rage is. Yes. Okay, he's going to go into a frenzied rage.
Berserkers.
And
Oh.
Rush, seeing that you guys have that one in tow, he actually runs, and you see that he's running just fine on top of the snow, not bothered at all by it. As he runs over to this guy. You see that, again, in one hand he has this large dwarven runed battle axe, and in the other hand he has what seems to be like a mining pick of some kind, a war pick of some kind, and just floating around him is this large great sword as he goes in on this enemy, and makes several attacks. The great sword lashes out as his hammer, and as he also attacks with the hammer and pick. The hammer strikes home. The pick strikes home. And the great sword also likely strikes home. Oh no! Actually, the great sword just manages to get deflected by the axe of the giant. Not that it necessarily matters, because goddamn does this dude do a lot of damage. And then he hits again with the hammer. So yeah, you guys look over and see the two of you that are up on above the line of sight can see every time he hits this giant with the hammer, and he's a Goliath, so he's about 7.5, 8 feet tall. But every time he hits a giant with the hammer, the giant reels back as if he was hit by something much larger than this Goliath. Hits him twice, causing the giant to stagger backwards. And you see that the giant is not looking very well right now.
Sweet.
Alright, and that makes it Gashkar's turn.
Okay.
Come on, you Stormborn.
Yep. Gashkar kind of looks over to her left at Icepelt and just they give each other a nod, and Icepelt takes to the sky as Gashkar runs across the ground. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's what I can get with my 40 feet. And then Icepelt will take to the air and flank from over here.
All right, and again, as you clear the ridge, you can see the rest of these giants as well.
Yep. So, flanking with my
You hear
wyvern.
it shouted, "Get your own!"
The more we kill, the less are going to be throwing axes at us.
You're making my point.
And when I use my bonus action, this one needs to make a dexterity saving throw or get struck by lightning. DC 18. Ignore the rage damage.
Rolled a big old 9 on that dex save.
So he takes 12 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
All
and
right.
then first attack with Storm Herald. 22.
22 hits.
It's going to be 16 piercing damage and 4 lightning damage.
So 20 damage total.
Yep.
All right.
Second attack. Natural 20. That's what I wanted.
Nice.
Obviously, a natural 20 hits.
All right. Time for the beautiful half-orc barbarian critical.
So as you say, get your own, Harry. Gashkar stabs into the knee of this giant, rips out, causing the giant to fall to one knee. Harry, you're sort of riding the axe down at this point, at which point Gashkar steps up, puts a foot on the on the damaged knee, leaps up and jams the spear into the eye of the giant, bringing it down to the ground with the second strike. As it hits the ground dead.
So, since my initiative is immediately after,
Yep.
can I use that falling as momentum to leap to the next one?
Give me an athletics check.
Acrobatics?
A pushing force for the jump is athletics.
Trying to get distance, not break your fall.
It must be noted I have the mobile feat. I realize that doesn't
Yeah.
have anything explicit towards jumping, but
It increases your distance, yes.
well, with a natural 20,
Hey!
Oh, with a natural 20. Yeah, no, you can leap to
Whee!
you can leap to yeah, that one if you want.
That's I'm assuming that's probably the only one I can jump to.
You
like
could
50.
you could jump to either that one, or that one. Either one
Oh
of
well,
those
fuck
three
that.
closest. Yeah. With a natural 20. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as the giant topples over, Harry sort of like climbs up onto the axe, runs up the giant's arm, and leaps off of its back at the other one. Really quick before we get further into your turn, is there anything else you're doing on your turn, Gashkar?
So Ice Pelt is going to take up, because Ice Pelt used barely any movement to get over there, and it has an 80-foot fly speed. He's going to take up a position hovering right above Gashkar right here.
All right, Harry.
All right.
So you leap off and fly at this other frost giant.
What up, Buttercup?
Make your attacks.
Yep. So
And for the sake of it, because Ice Pelt has his own action, is going to dodge.
Okay.
we will. You know what? We'll just do regular attacks for now. There's a lot of giants. I will have plenty of chance to use my combat superiority. So 3 attacks or 2 attacks?
You're the fighter. I don't know.
You have 3 attacks.
I was saying that aloud as I was. The second natural 20.
Second natural 20 in a row.
Jeez. Oh
Um,
my goodness.
Third natural 20 in a row.
So I want to point
What?
out the dice.
Sorry.
roller
Something is going to break.
Sorry,
Four.
that's the fourth natural 20 in a row. Sorry.
Oh.
1 from me, 3 from Jeremy.
I'm worried now. Okay.
and a 17.
All 3 of
Oh.
those hit. Yeah.
Man, this giant is dead.
14. Man, I wish I had done some combat superiority stuff now. 14
I mean, you
plus
can,
19 is 33. I don't think there's anything I can do after the fact that would increase damage.
I think.
All of
Can
them.
Yeah, you can declare
You can
combat
add all
superior.
of
You
them
can
after
declare
the
combat
fact.
maneuvers after you
After the
hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well,
It's also like
it's
the
vague
paladin.
because it says when you hit, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you hit, you
Well,
can
yeah.
declare.
Uh-huh.
In
That's
that
when you hit.
case,
And like a paladin's divine smite, it multiplies the combat dice.
so the first one's
Yeah.
going to be a menacing attack to
Okay.
make him
Of
scared.
course.
The second one's going to be a disarming attack.
Okay.
And the third one, no, I'm going to hold off on that third one. Because like I said, there are a lot
All
of
right. So roll 4d8 to add damage.
Yep.
2d8 for the first one. 2d8 for the second one.
Oh, I need to roll. Roll 40, no, 40, 12. Thank you very much.
Sorry. D12s.
33. So that is that is 16 plus 19 is 35 plus 14 is 49 plus 33 79 82 damage.
All right.
Jeremy.
Now I'm
Now,
going to action search.
now, hang on. So
Yes.
before you do that, I need to know what I need to roll for your menacing and disarm
Oh
attacks.
yes, I'm sorry.
And what those DCs are, because those are going to be separate. Because so the
DC 19.
yeah, okay.
And I believe they are wisdom. Let's see, wisdom and strength.
Okay.
Jeremy, do you
22
have,
wisdom save,
'Kay.
19 strength save. So,
God! Of course.
Jeremy, do you have great weapon fighting or two weapon
Sorry.
fighting as your fighting style?
I do not have great weapon fighting. I
Okay.
do have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay. never mind.
I just haven't been. Yeah.
so what was what was that total damage again?
82, I think you said, right?
I
Yep,
think I said
82.
82. Yep.
Okay.
And
So
then I action surge.
So yeah, Harry launches herself, axe first, into this giant, slams the axe into its chest, yanks down to rip the axe out and launch herself higher, slams the axe in again, rips it out to launch herself higher, lands on the shoulder of the giant, slams the axe into its neck, and then continues like a lumberjack would.
Yep.
We're gonna fell this
She's a lumberjack and she's okay.
So
A
a
30
30,
A 30 hits,
a 19,
a 19 hits, and a 31 hits.
14,
I think he's dead.
24, so another 32 damage.
No, he's still up.
Oh,
He's not feeling good, but he's still up.
What the fuck is this little?
I'm really, really tempted to use my other action surge, but I'm going to hold.
I think you can only action surge
Yeah.
once around.
Yeah, you can only action
Yeah.
surge once
Yeah.
around anyways.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can only do it once.
You can
around.
action surge whenever, but you can only do it once around.
Yep.
Alright, so is that the end of your turn, or do you have a bonus action you'd like to use?
Oh, you can use it twice before arrested, but only once on the same turn.
Yeah.
You know what? I will.
Draw your second
No,
weapon
I'm
as a
fighting
free
two-
action
I'm
and hit it.
fighting two-handed because I like having the D10s.
It's an interact action to let go of to switch to one hand. And do you have the dual wielder feat?
No, I do not.
Oh, never mind then.
I did not take dual wield. I just took two-handed fighting weapons.
It would take the other. Yeah, never
Yeah.
mind then. So you couldn't draw. You couldn't swap fighting styles and draw a weapon.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I am good.
All right.
I will be satisfied with 114 damage
in a single goddamn
in a single round.
Sheesh.
Hope.
Fighters, yo.
All right, this is just okay. I'm gonna climb out of this ditch. How far can I get? Is it just the 20 feet?
You have half movement speed, so however far that
All
gets
right. Well, I'm gonna go. I cannot see those squares at all. Okay, 2, 3, 4. I'll go there. Yeah, that's 20. And God, fucking damn it.
Did have a 1.
Rage. Why? And going to fling 2 of the target seeking daggers, one at the one that Harry is on and one at this one.
Okay.
So
now and again, same with everyone else. As you climb out of the ditch, you can now see all the giants, including the one that's been felled.
why? Okay. 24.
Oh, don't target seekers give you advantage when you use them?
Yes, that is true. So that'd be a 28 in the first one. I'll do that way. And then let me switch
So,
that.
Yep. So you got a 28 for the first one, which also means you get sneak attack
Yes, and a natural 20.
and a natural 20 on the second one.
I don't know why
natural
we're
20.
doing so well. It's just slightly terrifying.
A natural 20.
Can I do the
And a
sneak attack
1.
on the natural 20? One.
Sorry. If you want to pick because you want to do sneak attack on one attack, so you can pick
Sweet.
which one you want.
Yep. All right. That's 6 piercing and 3 rage on the first one, and
that's
then
that's the one going towards the one Harry's on.
yes.
All right.
The second one was the one to the middle
9
one
damage.
there,
Yep.
and that was 8 plus 3 rage. I don't know if that's not. That's
Yeah,
not
rage.
Rage is
dice.
It's
Yeah.
a flat number.
It's not a dice. So.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah, it does. It's not a roll.
And then sneak attack is 10, 21.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 31 points of damage to the second one.
Ooh.
On a thrown dagger. So yeah, Hope comes out, pulls out 2 of these enchanted target seeker
Swears.
daggers, and
Size.
flings them like batarangs, and they one sticks into the side of the giant's neck that you're on, Harry, giving you a nice handhold if you need it, and the other into the neck of the second frost giant.
You're welcome, and then it shoots back because I'm a dick like that. Not a
As long
handhold.
as you didn't kill it,
Yeah.
she's happy.
Okay. I was trying to.
Right. Gwynferon.
No kill stealing.
What?
So Gwyn makes a faint gesture, blinks out of existence. He's using his bonus action to cast Misty Step
Okay.
because that's not affected by terrain, which is going to put him here, which, if I've measured things correctly, puts him within 30 feet of at least 5 giants, which makes this an opportune time for Steel Wind Strike for his action. So he's going to make a single.
If the
attack
wizard
against
kills
all 5
steals Harry with a melee attack,
Not a melee attack, it's
So
a
mad
magic
at
attack.
you.
it's a melee spell attack. It is a melee
Yes, it is.
attack.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
With a tiny necklace sword.
Yep,
Well, I mean, you,
clutching his tiny little platinum sword pendant
The-
in his hand,
the staff
just
is the
makes-
weapon that's hitting, but yeah.
makes a sweeping gesture. All right, starting with the one that the Goliath is up against,
Okay.
and working our way around.
Okay.
So first, does a 20 hit?
Yes, a 20 hits. That's
All
27
right,
points
he
of
takes
force.
27 force damage.
So
right?
Gwyn disappears, reappears up next to the head of the first giant, smashes him with his staff. The head of the giant goes,
Right, second one, which is this one.
disappears, reappears next to the head of on the shoulder of the next one with a
Yes,
Oh, God.
with a natural 20 to deal
What's wrong with
58
Roll 20
damage.
today?
58
one.
damage.
So, for the record, with 29 rolls so far, fully almost a
5.
fourth of them.
Yeah.
Almost a fourth of them.
This is
7 natural
slightly,
20.
slightly disturbing.
Here's for the one against the one that Harry's fighting. Does a 14? I'm changing that.
Okay.
Do not kill
I'm
Sam.
using portent. I'm using
Oh,
portent. That is a 25 actually
That hits.
to hit.
So,
Okay,
Harry,
36
as you're rearing back for the strike,
You're
Aw.
going to get killed.
Gwynferon appears and strikes the head of the giant with his staff. The head of the giant, you hear a sickening crack sound as the head spins a little too far and the giant begins to fall over.
fourth giant. This one
You
here.
know, people think the halfling tongue is a very
Oh
beautiful
no, it's mostly
sounding,
swearing.
sort of light and bouncy language.
That's because it sounds like Irish, but if you know anything about Gaelic, it's all swearing.
Harry manages to make it sound like German in this particular instance.
28, so 32 force damage
Yep.
to this giant
Yep.
here. And the last one, 21 for 30 force damage to this one here.
All right.
Steel Wind Strike is a fucking monster.
So yeah, Gwyn just blinks around the battlefield, smashing things with his staff, and then comes back to the place where he started. Actually, no, you end up next to one of your targets.
Yes, and
so-
I am going to end up next to the one that I hit. I'm going to end up right next to Harry because this is going to be funny.
Okay.
So as the giant is falling, Harry is riding its shoulder down to the ground, and Gwyn is sort of standing down on the ground next to it, watching it fall. Frost Giant's turn. Well, 2 of them died. So, they move into position. Let's see, they have decent amount of speed.
And I imagine you're not affected by the terrain.
And
No, they're not.
Jeremy, I see your 100 and some damage and raise you 183.
Magic's cheating. Also,
Magic's
at least for me, Gwynferon is underneath the giant corpse currently.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, let me
There you go.
move him to where he's a little
No,
more.
no, that's fine. I got
No,
it.
it's fine. He was just
It was a layering thing.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
All right, that'll
Come at me, giant bruh.
we'll go over here. That one will go right there. This one will go. Actually, no, this one will stay back. This one will hang back. And this one will go here. All right. So there are some attacks coming down. First, there are several attacks going at the barbarian.
Which one? There's two of us.
The barbarian that is not
Three.
the barbarian that doesn't have a name currently. Hence,
Unnamed.
hence the barbarian and not Hope or Gashkar or Corbin.
Right now, there's four of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. We're mostly We're mostly raged by this point.
What was that?
The Goliath, because you had not told us he was a barbarian yet.
He is a barbarian. He is a barbarian in appearance. Also, he is raging.
Also, he's raging.
It's very
Just like most of this party.
when a barbarian rages, it's very evident that they're raging.
Especially a berserker.
Counter that claim.
He is also
But-
he's a berserker. He is like there's steam radiating off of his body as he is just heating up snow around him. And I did refer to him as barbarian first, so it's
And just so you know, for when it happens, the one that I hit, oh wait, no, did that one die? Gwyn killed it. Never mind.
The one that you hit is still there. It's right next to you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, the one that I hit the first time.
Oh,
First
the
attack.
first one. Oh, okay,
Is
yeah.
dead.
Is that one
one's
dead?
That one's dead. Yes.
Damn it. Okay.
So the three
It would have had disadvantage.
the three giants surrounding the Goliath come around and slam down with their axes, and you notice that they actually miss. All three of them slam their axes down in unison, and in sort of the middle of these three axes, there is a small, safe space where the Goliath is sort of standing, looking up at the three of them, just in the most the absolute cockiest. Is that the best you can do? Pose.
It's not the best you can do.
To which they respond by attacking at him again, because they have multi-attack. This time, two of them hit. So two of them managed to hit the Goliath, who just takes it. Let's see. Yeah, because he's taking half damage from all of this. So, yeah, no, he gets smashed by these giant axes and just seems to shrug them off, not even caring. His like some blood coming out from where they hit, but for the most part, he didn't even get pushed into the ground. Which then makes it there's one at Gashkar and one at Gashkar, two at Harry. Or not Gashkar, one at Gwynferon, two at Harry. And they are flanking with each other on all of those. So, Gwynferon first. Does a 27 hit you?
Yep.
All right, you take 29 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And does a 22 hit you?
Yes.
You take 21 points of slashing damage.
27 and 21?
Yep.
Okay.
Harry,
Mm-hmm.
does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
All right, that's 18 points of slashing damage.
'Kay.
Does a 26 hit you?
Yes.
And does a 24 hit you?
Yep.
That's 32 points of slashing damage and 19 points of slashing damage. Gashkar.
Yep.
You've got two attacks coming at you. Two giants attacking you.
I was about to say.
Does a 28 hit you?
Yes.
And does a 19 hit you?
It would, but I will use my my glyph of spell storing and cast shield that Gwynferon gave me.
Okay. So
Bring
you
me-
you take 31 points of slashing damage, halved
Halved
to
to
15.
So you cast shield.
Yep.
Oh wait,
Clark Gregg appears out of
You
nowhere
can't-
and says
you-
he's a magical place.
Actually, no, you can because of the way that thing works. You can just sort of because it was already cast into it. So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you unload the shield spell. You don't cast it.
Fuck it, I'll do it next time.
Well, and shield is a reaction anyway.
Yeah, but barbarians can't cast spells when they're raging.
Yeah.
And nobody can cast spells when they're raging, but you're not casting it, you're unloading it. There's a slight difference there mechanically that I implemented when I made the marks.
No one can cast spells when they're raging because barbarians rage and no one else.
But presumably you made that difference so that the barbarians in the party
so that the barbarians in the party could make use of things. No, it's actually there's actually if you have access to spells and you have access to raging, you cannot cast spells while raging.
Correct.
But the mark works slightly differently because I knew that going in.
Because of reasons.
Yeah. So so you cast shield to deflect the second attack.
Two more coming at me.
Shield. 2 more attacks coming in. A 28
Yes.
and a natural 1.
Nice.
So you take 27 points of slashing damage, reduced to 13.
Yep.
And then the second one, he slams the axe down and buries it in the snow just to the side of you, and it doesn't come back up immediately. Corbin, there are 2 attacks coming at you. You're the only person that doesn't have advantage against them right now.
Awesome.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
And does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, so you take 23 points of slashing damage, reduced if you're raging to...
I am not.
You're not, so then full 23.
Yep.
By the way,
yes?
there was one that missed me.
Yes.
There was.
Yes.
I'm using my reaction
Okay.
and and a combat superiority die to riposte.
Okay, go ahead.
It's like try and find roll 20 again.
I'm going to be doing the same thing.
Okay, go ahead. And while you're doing that, the last one reaches down into the snow and pulls out a large boulder to throw at Ice Pelt.
Who is dodging?
Who is dodging, so it is at disadvantage.
So I rolled
The
a
one
20.
didn't hit me either. The one by me.
It was attacking the Goliath.
Okay. All right. They were all.
Yeah,
Sweet.
all 3 of them were attacking the Goliath.
Hope
That
was
was
being
first.
ignored for possibly the first time in their life.
Because of the 2 threats there, Hope was significantly the lesser one.
Just wait.
Exactly.
A 12, however, misses Ice Pelt, so...
Just barely, but yes.
I also missed with my...
And Harry hit with a 28.
I hit with a 28, did
Yep.
25.
All right. Wabam. So, Corbin, in reaction to the miss, you sort of stab out, but the giant sort of moves out of the way, and you let go of your spear accidentally, and it just sort of clatters to the ground into the snow next to you. Just, fuck. All right. Top of the round. Corbin.
I pick up my spear.
Never happened.
Bonus action. Drink a potion of growth.
All right.
Oh boy.
So you are put under the effects of the enlarge spell,
I could use those.
which enlarge.
Yeah, adds a d4 to my damage.
Your size is doubled in all dimensions. Your weight is multiplied by 8. You go from medium to large. You have advantage on all strength checks and strength saving throws. And you do an extra D4 damage on with your weapon.
Okay. Hang on.
Big Corbin.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, the idea that just because Corbin went from medium to large, he would now have advantage trying to grapple the huge creature who was already huge.
To be fair, it's their comparative strength.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I went from
And whereas
a
before he
super buff
couldn't even try.
6 foot to
Yeah.
super buff 12 foot.
He goes from not being able to grapple at all to having advantage on it, but he's still smaller than the frost giant and weaker than the frost giant.
It is weird.
It's all about hand placement. If I grab at the crotch and collarbone, I can do whatever I want.
No, it's all about the fact that the spell is weird mechanic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the spell is weird
Yeah.
mechanic.
I mean, also to be fair, if I drank that potion, I would go from being not able to grapple because I can't get my arms around the thing to being able to grapple and being stronger than the giant.
But let's see. So I am going to, I'll make my 3 attacks. I'll scoot.
I really wish that my DC for my abilities was based on my strength, but it's based on my con instead.
Can I use my movement to hop over these giants and flank with Gashkar? Jesus, got some.
You can. It would provoke an attack of opportunity, though.
From
The giants that you're jumping over.
okay. All right, yeah, I'll try it.
So yeah, you jump over them.
Hey!
Athletics,
Well,
natural.
bam.
Oh my goodness. What is with rolls?
And there are 2 attacks coming at you, or yeah, 2 opportunity attacks coming at you. They do not have disadvantage. They're just normal attacks. Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
And a 15.
No.
All right, the 23 hits you for. Why did that? What did I miss? No? Okay. 34 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Quick, get my calculator out.
Why is it? I'm trying to. For some reason, this attack that was not a critical is rolling as if it was a critical. I don't
Weird.
know why.
Did it have the auto roll advantage, and the other one was a crit?
No, it was on disadvantage. The other one was a 14, one was a 2.
Weird.
And it's rolling it as if it was crit damage.
Huh.
Yeah, it's 34. It's the damage you took.
Okay, yep. So, and then I'm going to make one attack, or
Roll 20 being weird.
one attack at this guy real quick.
Hmm?
One-handed, 20.
20 hits.
Okay, and I'm going to use a superiority die to try to trip him.
Okay.
So he needs to make a DC 19. Strength save.
He fails. He rolled an 8. No, wait, hang on. Yeah, no, he rolled an 8. So the giant you just leaped over that scored you with a hit on his axe, you stab into his leg and rip out, causing him to fall over.
Cool. I'm going to stab down twice more at him.
With advantage.
Yep. So
A teeny tiny little knockdown
19
marker is on his token now.
and 33.
Both those hit.
Okay. That, and then I'm going to also action surge. And I get another bonus action, don't I?
No, you just
No?
get an
Okay.
extra action.
Okay. So then I'm just going to lay into this guy and just start planting my spear.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
All 3 of those hit.
And I can't really. So 2, 3. So 17, 15, 12. That's 32, 44.
A lot of damage.
Yep.
So yeah, you trip him and just go, just stabbing into this guy. All right. Back to the Goliath Barbarian's turn. All right, so he lashes out with his hammer. Let me see. I forgot that he has the ability to retaliate. I should have used that. Oh well. That's fine. So yeah, he lashes out with the dwarf with his hammer that has all these dwarven runes on it. Smashing into first the giant in front of him, hitting, then the giant to his left, and then the giant in front of him again. So he is wham, wham, wham on these two giants. And with each blow of this hammer, a giant reels back in pain. And on the last blow of those 3 blows, the one in the middle falls down, collapsing into the snow. And his great sword flies up at the other one that is between him and Hope. And attacks. Missing again. That great sword has missed every attack it's made. Dancing great swords, man. All right, so that's his turn as he sort of just stands over the broken body of one giant, turning his attention to the next one. Gashkar.
All right, I'm going to attack the giant to my left. First thing, bonus action, Stormbolt. It needs to make a DC 18 dex save.
Okay. do. 17, which is not an 18.
Nope, it takes 11 points of lightning damage.
All right. Which one, by the way, to your left?
The one on my left. The one that I am adjacent to.
There are two that you're adjacent to that could theoretically be on your left.
That one's below me.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one that
visually to your left. Got it.
The one that both I and Ice Pelt are adjacent.
Got it. Yep, bolt of lightning jumps off of you, strikes into it.
And then swing out with Storm Herald. It's 27.
27 hits.
That's 20 piercing damage and 2 lightning damage. And then with my reaction, I will use my my Raging Storm with a burst of thunder. He needs to make a DC 18 strength save or be knocked prone.
Rolled a 16.
Ha! That's what I was hoping for.
Got knocked prone. 2 of them are now prone.
Get fucked.
All right, and then my next attack with advantage. 31.
That hits.
That is 21 piercing damage and 1 lightning damage.
All right.
And then Ice Pelt joining in like a pack of wolves. The 2 of them just kind of set into the giant, and he's going to attack with advantage as well. First, his stinger. Natural 20.
Natural 20 hits.
Although, I said that will be 14 d6 cold damage or half on a successful DC 15 con save.
He fails the con save.
47 cold damage.
0 cold damage.
Oh, right, he's a giant. Duh.
He's a frost giant.
Okay. I mean, their multi-attack is 1 with their bite or their claws if they're flying, and 1 with their stinger, so they don't get a choice in the matter.
Yeah,
so,
no, the stinger hits regardless, but
natural 20 on the claws.
Yeah.
What is with these rolls?
26 slashing damage.
All right. The claws more effective than the stinger.
Yeah. But yeah, the 2 of them just kind of set in together against this giant.
All right. That makes it Harry's turn.
All right. Harry simply shoots Gwen a look that clearly says, we will be having a conversation later.
So the same look everyone else in this party gives to everyone else every day.
Somebody's going to catch hands.
Mostly Gwen.
And is going to with a speed of 35, how much climbing can I do on one of these things?
15 feet. So you can get basically up to like sort of their waist level.
Okay.
I also forgot to mention he's grappled because I hit him with the storm arrows.
Okay, so you're activating the grapple. You can't grapple him.
Oh right, no, yeah,
He's
because
huge.
he's too big.
Yep.
Er,
Yeah, you can get up to like the waist level.
Okay. Well, that's a perfect height from hang off.
Sure.
Stab him in the dick.
Although, if that's the case, then I'm fighting one-handed, and that's only a D8 to the dick, not a D10 to the dick.
You always start chopping at his ankles.
So no,
it's only a 1.5 difference in the dice.
I climb up, hook. I'm assuming he's wearing a belt or something.
Yeah, he's wearing a belt.
Hook my feet around his belt, fall back upside down.
Okay.
About the visual, Willie.
I will give you disadvantage on the attack, but because you're attacking a specific area, it will be an auto crit if you hit.
Okay.
Roll again.
Because you're attacking while hanging down from his belt.
So that was a 21.
Which hits.
The first one is a 20.
That hits as well.
And a 22.
That hits as well. So all three of these are auto crits because you hit. And you are hitting him. You are cold shotting him in the balls.
Well, I mean, they're frost giants, so aren't I cold shotting?
No, because that wouldn't do any damage.
No.
So that's 27 slashing damage.
Okay.
That is 26 slashing damage.
You may just want to roll an extra 3d10 because that also adds the modifiers again. Remember.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not concerned. Keep going.
Okay. And 26 damage. So you could take 7. You can take.
So this frost giant still up. Just sort of curls over in pain as this halfling latches her feet into the belt and just starts whamming away on his nuts.
I mean, I really like the fact that you think I'm not action surging at this point.
Go ahead.
Smashed him in the ghoulies.
I think Harry's trying to remove a trophy prematurely.
Oh god.
25.
That hits.
16.
That hits.
And 16.
Also hits.
Sheesh.
It's not smashing it. She's taking an axe to them. That's worse.
Have to get through the cod piece though, so there's a bit of smashing first.
30, 44 plus 44, 59 more points of slashing damage to the dick.
So the Goliath collapses onto the ground, trapping Harry underneath him.
The
giant. Yeah, the giant collapses to the ground, trapping Harry underneath him. But there is a rapidly spreading red patch of snow coming from the crotch area.
I can't wait till I emerge from this. I mean, it's not like I have far to climb. I was face to face with his crotch.
Yeah, no,
Jeremy, you are the worst moil that has ever lived.
One might say the shadow of a moil.
And I will use my bonus action to let's second wind at this point.
As you lay in the bloody snow of a disembodied frost giant dick.
You goddamn right.
What hits the ground faster from 15
and
feet
I
up?
get
a
28
giant dick
hit points back.
They hit the ground at the same time because of the way falling works.
because
Not enough time for wind resistance.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm under.
There we go.
Wait a minute. If I'm underneath, that means I can't be hit right now.
It's true. It's true.
Cover.
I do not move out from under where I'm at yet.
You have cover. You have 100% cover. Hope.
Full cover.
Never
All
say
right.
she's not
Okay.
a tactician.
That
I
happened.
I have a question.
You saw that happen.
Yep. I have Alchemist Fire, and I am right next to a thing. If I just opened the bottle and like splashed it at the giant, would
It's still
take
an
action?
It's still going to be an attack roll.
It's
Yes.
still be an attack. Okay.
And
Well
also,
then.
Part of Alchemist Fire igniting is the impact. If you just pour it out, it's just like pouring oil on the ground.
No, it's a sticky fluid that ignites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to like.
Well, no, it does. Either way, you're still making a ranged attack because the giant can move in response.
Okay.
They're
cool,
not standing
cool.
still.
He is not a paralyzed giant.
If somebody throws a
All
Coke
right.
can at you, you get out of the way. Basically, is what we're
Are
saying.
you supposed to?
I'm gonna disengage
Okay.
and move up here. There.
I mean, you haven't left his threatened area yet, so
Well,
Now
I
you
have
have.
there. Now I have.
actually, no, you haven't. You still haven't left his threatened
I
range.
still haven't? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. You're so close and squishy. Let me see. Give me a sec.
What are you trying to
That's
do to me, Hope?
something. Nothing. Actually,
Indicating that you are squishy.
you're good. You're good. And I'm gonna turn on radiant consumption. How does there snow underneath my feet, or I feel like solid ground?
There's solid ground, but you are up to your knees in snow. Actually,
Okay, well,
closer to
I'm
your, like,
sick
up
of
to your thighs
snow.
in snow.
This is stupid. I'm gonna make it go away. So I
Okay.
turn on radiant consumption, and I'm gonna hit this one that's attacking Gwyn.
Okay.
So
The radiant
that's-
consumption does nothing to the snow.
Okay, it doesn't.
No.
Fascinating.
It's
Okay.
radiant damage, not fire damage.
Damn it. Oh, it's okay. I charred grass before. All right.
You charred grass. That was not difficult terrain.
Okay.
Also, it's organic.
Yeah, the grass is alive and
No,
organic.
technically, what? Well, I charred undead who were difficult terrain. Okay, I'll give you
it
that.
also charred undead who were difficult terrain.
The undead with a difficult terrain. I'm going to use my short sword to hit it. That's a natural 20.
That's
Two natural 20s. I don't know why I had advantage. I
What the
should not have had advantage.
I mean,
but
you're
what
flanking.
the hell?
You're flanking with Gwen, so you did have advantage.
Okay, well there we go. I got 2 natural 20s, so that was useless. It was good.
Jeremy, what's our dice rolls looking like right now?
I need to get caught up through my round.
Kinda like cheating.
And then
Oh, wait.
Currently, the
can't do that.
spreadsheet is melting.
Yeah, actually, currently I can't do that because the radiant consumption uses up my action.
Yes.
It does.
So I don't hit. I just start burning.
Okay.
Just-
I'm
How
just
much?
gonna
How much damage is that?
They take.
I'm
Let's
still
see.
counting those rolls. They were rolls that were
Also, what's the radius?
The radius is 10 feet. And they take half my level, which is something 18 6 9.
9.
Yep.
They take 9 points of damage.
Yes.
They slightly singe.
Yep. All right.
Our average, by the way, is a 12.10 currently. The lowest person is Jack with an 11.1. And
It's technically me because you can't see them, but I've rolled the most natural ones.
you don't count.
There we go.
And we have rolled almost 1 in 5 for D20
Damn.
for 20s. 12 out of 67.
Nice.
18%.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
Yeah,
it's
I've rolled
fucking ridiculous.
I've rolled 4 natural ones on the other side and no natural 20s.
Oh, good.
I mean, as a
Nice.
group, we've rolled 4 natural ones.
All right. So, and then you take 4 points of damage. So, No.
Yes.
All right, Gwynferon.
Ashkill, I'm going to need a little bit of help. Psychic Scream! So, all the giants that are within 90 feet of me, which I believe is all of them, have to make a DC 19 intelligence save.
Yes, they are all within. Is it just them?
Yes, I get to pick.
Creatures of your
Okay.
choice. Why it's a 9th level
Um,
spell.
Let's see. Failure, 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 failure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was
Failure,
almost
failure.
the average.
All of them fail.
All right, so they all take 48 psychic damage and they are all stunned. No turn for you!
So the one immediately to the left of the Goliath and the right of Hope's head explodes as he hits the ground. There's a gout of blood. There's just a really loud sound, and the head explodes.
Oh god.
Sheesh.
Terrifying fucking spell, and I love it so much.
Let's see. 48 damage. 48. 48. 48. The one to the left of Gashkar's head, and he falls to the ground. The one that Corbin has been beating on's head, and he collapses.
That's 432 damage, by the way, Jack.
Sheesh.
Magic is cheating.
48 times 9.
So yeah. So 1, 2, 3 giants' heads explode, and the others take damage and are stunned.
I just have the Banshee Queen scream from the Battle for Azeroth cinematic in my head.
Yep,
and then just
pretty
the
much.
heads
Yep,
explode.
pretty much.
Yep.
And then he's going to use his 15 feet of movement to get the fuck away from this giant that's next to him, despite it being stunned.
So, the giants are all stunned. Corbin, they're not stunned anymore.
No, they are.
No,
They
they're
still
stunned
are.
until your turn. Okay.
It's permanent until they succeed on that same intelligence save.
Oh, so they all get to make intelligence saves.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it's gonna
rough.
be bad.
Psychic Scream is scary.
hang on. Let me double check that really quick, just so I can confirm this information with mine own eyes.
I know.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Psychic Scream. Each target must be intelligence saving throw on a failed save. Target takes 46 damage if it's stunned. On a successful save, takes half as much as it's done. Target's killed by savage head explodes. Stunned target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a successful save, the stunning effect ends. Otherwise, it just persists. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
That is amazing and broken as fuck.
It's a 9th level spell.
It's a 9th level spell.
I understand it's a 9th level spell.
oh, they can still.
Other
Okay, so just as a point of clarification, even though they're stunned, no, they're incapacitated, so they can't attack. Never mind.
Nope. No attack.
Yeah.
They can't attack. They automatically fail strength and dexterity saving goes, and you have advantage on them. They are, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good spell. It's a good
is
spell.
a
It's a
level
good
spell.
fucking spell, man.
and
It's a good
that
fucking
is
spell.
true. Even as a 9th level spell, that is broken as fuck.
I mean, you compare it, though, to Meteor Swarm.
Or wish.
Now I'm gonna rage.
Any
Bonus
player
Hang
who
on,
is
hang
willing
on.
to cast Wish.
I have to make intelligence saves.
Yeah, because it is the
Deserves
end
what
of their turn now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get to make 5 intelligence saves. They have to roll a natural 20 to succeed.
I'm so glad.
Fail. Fail is there's my 5th natural 1. Fail. Fail. I rolled a 6, a 0, a 13, a 1, and a 1. Modified 1 and 1.
Oh, bummer.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you compare the ability to deal 40 d6 to 3 locations within a mile. You know.
Anyways, balanced discussion aside,
Balance discussion aside, because
it is now Corbin's turn.
bonus action rage.
Okay. And you have advantage on attacks against any and all of these frost giants.
Yep. So this guy right here.
And it's a natural crit when you hit, right? On a stun? On an
No, they're not.
No, that's unparalyzed.
No, yeah.
paralyzed only? Okay.
Well, hang on.
Incapacitated.
Paralyzed and unconscious.
Incapacitated. Let's look at incapacitated real quick. Just yeah, because no, that's that is specifically a part of that is specifically a part of paralyzed and unconscious, not incapacitated.
Cool.
I'm gonna circle around to that side, and then I'm assuming a 29 hits.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to do a disarming attack too to knock the weapon out of his stun hand. So he's got to make a DC 19 strength save, and he takes.
Even with disadvantage, you made it.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, they automatically wait. Do they automatically fail, or do they? Hang on.
I think that's Dex
They
save.
automatically fail.
Oh yeah,
No,
they
they
automatically fail. So yeah, he fails the strength. You just knocked the thing out of his hand.
Yep. So then he takes 27 points of damage, 1 point of thunder damage. Then second attack, third attack.
Both those hit.
Boom, boom. That's me. 16, 5, 21, and 20.
Yep. As you continue to stab into this helpless frost giant. The Goliath's turn. You just made him get it. You just gave him advantage.
I just gave him fucking
Crit fishing with the barbarian is the dream.
He looks over at some of the weaker looking giants. Rears back with his hammer and flings it. The hammer spins end over end, aiming at the one on the other side of Hope from him. The natural 20.
Yes.
Barbarian crit fishing. Where's Hold Monster when you need it?
68 plus. Yeah.
I mean, I think the best hold monster just happened with the.
So the giant. So the head. The head of the head of the giant on the opposite side of Hope. Also goes away, but rather than a popping sound, it's sort of an exploding crush sound as the head just gets knocked off by a flying hammer that then back into the hand of the Goliath, who gauges up for the one that Corbin's been stabbing at, flings the hammer.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
This one's not a natural 20, but it is a hit. And again, that same sound as the head evaporates as the hammer connects with it and it collapses. Back to the hand. And third attack at the one... just at the one next to him. Why not?
Oh, you're right here.
Convenient.
I like to think that the third attack is that the hammer's flying back and he just fakes it out and lets it hit the guy.
Yeah, just dodge and bam! Catches it off the rebound. It hits. And just smashes into the knee of this one over here. It's still standing, but... Alright, that makes it Gashkar's turn.
We have easy targets. I'm going to climb onto Ice Pelt.
Alright.
And we're going to fly over here.
Alright.
And we're going to unload. Storm, it automatically fails the saving throw against the Storm Bolt.
Yep, it does.
Takes 11 points of lightning damage. And then 34 and 28 for 2 Storm Herald hits.
It's always fun when you get to a level
Yeah.
where 12 frost giants aren't
Stop
all that big of a
clicking
threat
so
anymore.
quickly.
Claws with a natural 20. And I'm not. I mean, I might as well roll the stinger just to see what the attack roll is. Okay. It doesn't take any damage, even.
Still,
I mean, if you don't want to roll dice that I don't have to record, I'm okay with that.
Still standing. All right, that makes it Harry's turn. So Harry, you heard it was muffled, but you heard the sound. You heard several explosion sounds on the other side of this dead,
Harry.
de-dicked giant.
So I crawl out. How far does it take? How much movement do I have to spend moving 5 feet and get?
Spend 10 feet of your
Okay.
movement. Yeah.
I'm gonna put a pin in this situation, and I'm just gonna attack this guy.
All right. You have advantage on the attack.
John makes the note better int saves.
1,
Oh no, that's fine.
32, and natural 20.
There we go. All right.
So first one, that's terrible damage. 8 slashing.
All right.
Second one, yeah, Stephen's still standing at this point. Let's go ahead and get this guy off. Second one will be a whatever kind of attack. Let's say disarming. It gives me it just so it gives me the.
You knock the weapon out of its hand because it automatically fails.
There's 8 slashing and 5. So, and then this last one, another. Let's make him incapacitated and distracted as well.
Okay.
Because why not? That's kind of better. 21 plus 14. So let's see, 21, 14 is
All right.
35. 35 and 14, 49. 57.
Okay.
And I think that's.
I want to point out that 7 of these 12 giants died in the same round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the psychic scream softened them up, and then people finished them off. It was only like 3. There were 3 that died in the scream directly, and then the rest just got murdered in the following turns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on your turn, Harry?
That's everything I've got.
All right, Hope.
All right, let's murder this thing. So I'm gonna do 2 attacks with the short sword.
You have advantage on the attack.
Yep,
25 hits. 27
and
hits.
27. So that's 7 piercing, 3 rage.
And you do because
10
you're
piercing,
using
3 rage. Sneak attack.
Yeah, because you're doing sneak attack, you do get
Sneak attack, and 18 points of damage from the
all right.
So whatever it's called.
You just sort of leap up, push off of this guy's knee, and just slit the throat with the short sword,
Mm-hmm. All right,
and it collapses
then,
to the ground.
Yep. All right, and then I'm gonna fling. I'm slightly hurt because I injured myself, so I'm gonna fling the life-stealing dagger at this one over here, which makes it a flat roll because I'm the edge of the range.
Yep.
So that's 16.
That hits.
Woohoo. 6 points of piercing and no rage. I don't know why I put rage on there. I know why. But
And you take
4.
and then you take 4 damage.
Yep, 4.
You're the only one because nobody else is alive near you.
Which means I heal 2.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
Nope. That's my 2. That's my attack and bonus attack, extra attack, and my bonus action. So that's it.
Gwen Ferron, there are 2 giants left standing.
Okay, let me see what I got here. We are going. Unfortunately, a shit ton of my stuff is just ice and cold damage. Oh, I've got acid arrow. Acid arrow.
Let's do that Goliath shit.
What is the range on acid arrow? Hang on a second.
I think it's 90 feet.
90 feet. Yeah. Okay, so I can hit anybody. I'm gonna help my girl Gashkar out.
I mean, you're within 90 feet of both of them.
Yeah. So the acid arrow is going towards the one that Gashkar's
All right.
facing down.
So make the attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep it at standard level just in case. 20.
20 hits. He's dead.
All right.
You melt his face off.
Face melting.
Gashkar and Ice Pelt, like, readying up for another set of attacks. Tiny arrow flies over her shoulder and melts his face.
So it's just like this, there's this little green arrow that just, you're like, "Hurrah!" And this little green arrow. And then there's just a...
And its face just goes away.
And it's Raiders of the Lost Ark all over again. Yes.
And
Falls
Gashkar's just
over
like,
and
ha!
And he's good for now. And he's going to start making mental notes.
Corbin.
Okay. I am having another thing die in front of me without me being the cause of its death. I'm going to, let's see, where's the...
Are Corbin and Harry going to start an emo band?
I'm gonna.
I didn't get to kill the thing. Is their #1 song?
I'm gonna use the Misty Step in my hand and pop over to this side and just huck the spear at that guy
All
up
right.
here.
So is it out of your throw range? What's the throw range on the spear?
Let me check real quick.
Spear is 2060.
Yeah,
So
let me see.
it would be a disadvantage, but you have advantage, so it's a flat roll.
Okay. So, Misty Step doesn't eat up my own movement, does it?
No, you can still walk forward. If you
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you still
Yeah,
have
it's
half.
just a
You still have
bonus
half your movement for difficult terrain.
Okay. Yeah. That's still selected. So I'll move a skosh closer. Or can I?
Just 10 feet to
Yeah.
push you right in range.
Yeah. I'll just go there.
Right.
And then,
All right, got that advantage then.
yep. So rage. I don't have a thrown one. 1 second.
Oh wait, no. That's right. Your spear, the modification made it no longer throwable.
That was a different one.
Oh, was that a different one?
Yeah, that was the original one that I had. This
Okay.
one was the magic one I bought.
Ah, got it.
So
The magic one.
So many spears.
There's a lot of pole arms in this campaign.
so I will actually just change that, and that's way. All right.
It'd be the same. It'd be the same.
Yeah, I
because
just
you,
gotta change
you
from
can use
dex
your-
to strength.
Yeah, because you use your strength to throw.
30.
That hits. Does not get the rage damage though. So
I could stand melee attack.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Yep. So I will do this then.
I just roll the damage and just subtract the rage because the rage is.
So 17 plus 3, or
Yeah.
17 plus 3, 20. And then can I use, since I threw my spear, can I pull my bow out and use my other 2 attacks? Because it's interacting with an object, like drawing a weapon.
Action to throw, interact to draw the bow.
And then continue my 2 other actions.
You still got 2 attacks? Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, boom, boom.
Those both hit.
All right. And 20 points of damage.
All right. His turn. The Goliath tosses the hammer up into the air, flipping it around to catch it, and then sort of targets the spear that's sort of stuck out the side of this frost giant,
Don't
and
mushroom the back.
slams the hammer into the butt end of the spear.
Driving a nail.
And hits. Yeah. And so, yeah, he smashes the spear. The spear rockets out the other side, hitting the ground, followed by a gout of blood and organs as the frost giant collapses to the ground. And all of the giants are dead.
Woo!
Oh, I have to roll something real quick.
Hope, do you remove your thing?
Yeah, it's not melting the stupid snow.
No,
My
it's not.
feet are cold. Okay, sure.
There is a cry of exultation from the Goliath, who just, as you see, again, this whole fight, he has just been steaming. This heat from his body causing the snow around him to melt slightly, and there's just been steam as bits of water and sweat have been evaporated off of his body. His skin has been tinged sort of reddish this whole time. And as he just lets out this, "Ha-ha! Glorious!" cry, his skin fades back down to a paler color, and he stops steaming.
I completely ignore him. I climb. I just do a walk over the hill.
Mhm.
That is the giant.
Yeah.
Stop, probably like on a leg or something, so I'm face to face with Gwen at the moment.
Uh-huh.
You come here.
Are you all right?
Grab, pull. When I'm
Okay.
so, I want to point something out to you. You see how big these things are?
Yes.
See how small I am?
Yes.
When I'm up on top of one, I want to
Yes.
stay up there. I don't do much damage to toes. You can't, it's hard to kill someone with their toes. So if I'm
Very
up
good
top and I'm murdering, once it starts to die, I can leap to the next one and then leap to the next one, next one, next one, next one. Don't kill the one I'm on top of.
Counter offer. Well, not really counter. Alternative. How do you feel about flying?
She stops and she thinks about that a minute.
I absolutely understand your point, and I agree with you. And battle is a little confusing, so also having don't kill the thing you're on top of.
Yep.
Understood.
And I get
But
it.
if something accident,
Yeah. That's why I'm not
But
kicking
if
the
something-
junk right now.
appreciate it because I've seen what you do to. Yes. But yes, and also as a as sort of a safety net, maybe flying, maybe.
I mean, the tactical possibilities of flying.
As she's considering that, Gashkar soars overhead to go and retrieve Corbin's spear for him.
I accept
We'll
flying.
workshop it. We'll
Yes,
workshop
yes.
it. Okay.
Sounds
Excellent.
good. All right.
Okay. Nicely
Good
done,
talk.
by the way.
Good talk.
There is the sound of flesh rending. If you look over, you see that the Goliath has now taken the great sword and is basically using it to sort of cleaver off the heads of these giants, the ones that still have heads.
Sir, excuse
Oh.
me, sir. Sir, maybe.
Yes.
I'm sorry. We sort of interrupted your engagement, and I apologize if we caused any unwanted disruption. Where are we?
First of all, you don't have to apologize. Everyone is welcome into a glorious battle. As to where we are, you're in Eisenfeld.
Where?
You
Oh my
seem
goodness.
the sort of individual who knows other individuals. Does the name Sigurd mean anything to you?
Yes. He pushes the head off of the body it's attached to.
I was
Harry
given
has
a message
disappeared
for
underneath the frost giant, by the way.
Okay.
an Eisenfeld warrior by the name of
Shooting
Sigurd.
something.
Well, you
By
found him.
A woman by the name of Ananta says it would serve you well to potentially turn your steps towards Taram. at
Oh,
some
you've
point.
met Ananta. Goes over to the next one, starts
Yes.
cutting off another head.
Oh, okay. Corbin, he's doing the same
that
thing.
that was the message. So
I don't take the heads of everything I kill.
You were for there was like
So
a
long.
streak
We
there
haven't
for a
killed
while.
anything worth taking the head of in so long. And I'm like this. I'm a 12-foot person for the next 3 hours. Just, that's the D4 I forgot to roll. So for the next 3 hours, I'm this tall.
At this point in the middle of this
Oh my
conversation is when Harry comes out with her trophy.
There is Harry comes out,
Emerges underneath.
emerges, dragging behind a.
I guess workshopping dimensions.
Devastated.
No.
3.5 to 4 foot long piece of flesh.
So roughly the same
Yeah.
size as her.
Yeah,
A little
Yeah.
bit taller. She's 3'4", 3.
a little bit
Okay.
longer than Harry is tall.
No, she's 3'6". So about close the same.
Harry, you don't know where that's been.
There it
Don't
is
want
now.
to know. Nope.
She decides where it goes now, though.
Yeah, I know where it's going.
I don't know if I want to know.
Gwen, answer me one question. Tell me that somewhere out there is not a wizard looking for that.
I wish I could categorically say that you were wrong, but I can't.
Magic.
By this point, Sigurd has managed to decapitate all of the remaining giants.
I'm looting.
Has hooked these large. You don't know where he pulled them out from underneath the snow, so apparently they were hidden somewhere. Pulls out these large metal fish hooks, has stuck them into the heads in such a way that they'll stay on, and has begun running a chain through them just to sort of connect all of the hooks.
Gashkar and Icepelt swoop back down over to and kind of hover in front of Corbin.
Yeah.
Your spear.
Grab it.
Did you have a bounty for these, Sigurd?
Indeed, I did.
From whom?
There's a town. Couple of days that way, he says, pointing vaguely west. Couple of days that way, harassed by giant raiders, figured I'd do them a hand and return the heads to them. As to looting, you find. Go ahead and roll me 2d6.
Okay.
How many giant dicks we get?
I'm looking for not that.
One
5.
giant dick. They get about 50 gold off of the
Okay.
group of them. They didn't have much. Most of what they have are tattered leathers, bits of food that seems to be close to rotting, and these axes that you will not be able to carry.
All right. No belts. Okay. Cool.
No, none of them had magical belts.
I had a goal. All right.
You say I like how it is now in the past tense. You no longer have this goal.
Well, I mean, go and find some more giants, but we also have other things to do. So
if you
Were you
wander the
expecting a
waste,
giant to have a belt of giant strength?
yes, that's where I got my first one.
given you wander the wastes, apparently. We're looking for a specific cave. Is there any chance you might have wandered across it in your travels?
He sort of
I want to
stops.
specify the cave.
He stops while chaining these heads together, looks over at you.
Leading questions.
Looks over at you. You're gonna need to be more specific than that. You realize how many caves dot the mountains to the north?
I'm sure there's a number, and he will describe the cave as best he can, given that he has at least seen it once.
A snow-covered cave in a field.
This was great. Good.
Attached to rumors, possibly, of the existence of a powerful staff that lies within.
Tell you what. I can lead you guys, since apparently you just sort of popped up here. How'd you do that, by the way? That was kind of interesting.
Big brain here teleported.
Yes, there's ways to circumvent distance if you attach
Magic.
two regions of space
N-
with
You don't
arcane.
need to explain it.
The long explanation does nothing for us tribal folk.
Teleport.
Right. All right.
It's called teleport.
Tell you what. I'll lead you guys over to Shady Furrows. That's the town that these are going to. He says, indicating the change. There you can probably find a tracker who's more familiar with the regions you might be looking for. Sound like a deal?
Certainly, I
Sure.
suppose. Couldn't hurt.
He finishes chaining the heads together, grabs the long chain, pulls it over his shoulder. Right, follow me, and begins walking, dragging behind him the remaining heads of the 12 giants.
All right.
Just out of curiosity, how far is the trip? Is it?
Couple days.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. Begins walking and leaving a fairly large furrow in the in the snow behind him to follow. That is mostly bloody in trail, but like sort of the bloody underside of the necks of the giants. But eventually, that sort of frosts over and it's just snow.
Yeah. It's just snow.
So how did you know Ananta?
Oh, we met a while back. I was captured on a pirate ship by some lady who apparently we all knew at some other point in time in life. Realistically, she started talking about that kind of stuff, and I kind of tuned out.
That was Ananta?
Yeah, that was the name of the pirate chick. Yeah, Ananta was the one talking about how we all knew each other in another life. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, apparently I'm one of the people that you knew as well.
And Eshkill
He
recognizes.
also has the shared delusion.
Right.
Eshkill recognizes Sigurd as
Right.
Corlin.
Yep.
Drastically different, not being a paladin, and not being as attentive as Corlin was, but
I think I like him better in this state. He's got a bit less of a stick up his arse.
so you are currently. I will put you back on the map so you can see where roughly you can sort of gauge where you're at based on what Sigurd has said.
Harry falls in next to Hope. Hey, did you bring rations for a couple days?
No.
Well, I guess we know what we're eating as she's dragging along the...
No, we're still hunting, damn it.
Hey, giant is good eats.
I brought rations.
It's
I've
a
heard people
human-
say it's
I'm
not
concerned
cannibalism,
now.
it's a different race.
It's still a humanoid. I'm concerned.
So-
No, giant kin are not humanoids.
Okay.
I mean, according to D&D classification, they are not humanoids. They are
Still
human-like creatures.
Yes, I'm so
So-
concerned.
According to Forgotten Realms, Carolus Linnaeus,
Yeah.
they've got a completely different gene species.
Our PCs don't have Jeremy Crawford to check with. So It's not. It's a different race. It's totally fine.
Would you be?
Ooh.
I have a question for you. Would you be okay eating orc?
I don't see why not.
No.
The half orc. All right.
I'm just saying, when I get killed, I assume whoever kills me is probably gonna eat me,
That's a fair assumption, you hear from ahead.
unless it's a halfling. Look over at Lulu. In which case, that's just fucked up.
Well, I mean, I suppose to an extent it does make a certain amount of logical sense. How else would they ceremonially absorb your powers otherwise?
Oh, God.
That one knows what he's talking about.
You all are
See,
weird.
that was a thing that we did with enemy dragons.
Oh my.
Dragons are so. What is the difference? What is the difference between eating another or like me eating an orc or me eating a dragon? They're both sentient beings.
Who said I would eat a dragon?
Mostly about a few thousand pounds, you hear from ahead.
Exactly.
Uh,
And
Totally
scales
different.
and fire.
Sometimes not fire.
No, but the ones that we typically had fights with were
Sometimes
fire.
they look like people too, though. I'm concerned about all of this.
I'm talking about moral implications here.
Yes, I'm concerned about all of this.
There's no
If it can
moral
go, hey,
implications.
please don't eat me.
No.
Unless
I
it's
don't.
Reaches out and tries to tap Hope on the shoulder.
What?
We have enough rations for at least a couple days, and
Okay.
tomorrow I'll be able to create the gallery, and there's plenty of real food in there.
Okay.
I also
You'll-
have
you'll-
rations.
you'll-
I'm a little
You'll be
offended that you're
all right.
that you're implying that this is not real food.
No.
That's a giant dick.
Why do you think
That's
I'm
not
carrying
food.
it with me? Do you
I
think
have no
this thing's
clue.
gonna get rotten and go bad at some point? I'm
Yeah,
bringing
I
it.
have
You
no
hear
clue.
you hear from up ahead. It's actually quite tender meat.
See?
I think Gashkar actually burst out laughing at that.
I just love how
Don't
Jeremy's
knock it
character
till you
has
try it.
finally made it manifest that someone is going to eat a giant dick.
It's good.
I didn't even think about that.
It's Jeremy's Overwatch rage.
It
Given
is my
life.
catchphrase.
D&D, folks. D&D. D&D.
Everything can be boiled down to eat a giant dick.
In which our halfling battlemaster is dragging around the 3 to 4 foot long dick of a giant that she killed, with the express purpose of eating it later.
Yep.
I don't know why you're carrying that thing around. Corbin dragged
I've
around a
been
skull for a
very
while.
explicitly clear on why I'm carrying it around.
Well, now you are, and now I'm disturbed.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many ways you can prepare it.
I don't. No.
On a
Burger,
spit
giant
is
dick
the easiest
casserole,
way.
Giant dicks. Yep. Giant dick.
Giant dick on a spit.
Yeah, you.
I don't. Which way
No,
do you rotisserie
giant
that?
shish kebabs.
This is the most awkward talk on my way to a town I have ever had, but it's
Really, I've actually topped this one. It was difficult, but I've actually topped this one with someone else.
What was?
I'm afraid to hear it.
Yeah, I'm
so-
really curious.
There was a raiding party. We were coming back from a sea raid, and one of them was having a bit of a conversation about how one of their enemies had ended up mounted on the mast of the ship. And by mounted, I don't mean in the chained to way.
Mhm.
That sounds uncomfortable.
They didn't survive the experience.
The similarities to certain aspects of your story and what we're experiencing now are truly frightening. There's an uncomfortable amount of overlap.
No, it was definitely the opposite experience for that person.
Oh no, but there are certain elements that make an appearance in both. I think you might be able to say.
Yes.
I love everything about the conversation that we have just had. For the record,
Nope.
Oh, it's been enjoyable. I'm sorry, Hope, but I gotta side with Harry. This has been
No.
at one point when I'm 12 feet tall. Can I and I just hold it up? It's like a big fish.
all I'm gonna say is, later on tonight, when you're stuck with fucking freeze dried nuts or whatever goddamn
Technically,
nonsense.
Please tell me you didn't bring those as well. Oh, you mean?
Yeah, I
actual-
mean the regular ones. No, I did not
Okay.
bring those. Or whatever the fuck trail mix you're gonna be having as your rations, and you smell cooked meat and get hungry, you can
Nope.
fuck right off.
I've suddenly become a vegetarian. Nope.
yeah. No, cook it far away because I don't want to smell it. Whatever
Yes.
gamey that's gonna. No.
Does cooked phallus have a smell or a musk?
Technically, the part that has musk got separated. You
Yeah.
hear from up ahead.
It's like you guys don't even know how to prepare dick. Jesus.
I won't lie, I've had to prepare tongue, but never phallus.
I just thought about having to see what Sigurd's prepared dick check is.
This is the best conversation ever.
So, you walk for a while.
Aaron, do you see what happens when you're not around? This is the conversations we have in game.
You walk for a while in the snow. It's difficult for all of you. Because, again, Harry is dragging this dick through snow that is up to her chin. So,
I mean,
there's just like a furrow. There's just like a line in the snow.
I feel like it's a little better if he's dragging it behind the furrow that Sigurd is making with the heads.
Yeah, if you're following immediately behind Sigurd, it is better. But it is still snowing heavily, and so by the time you pass through where he's already dragged, it's already back up to sort of Harry's knees.
I would like to use the dash action each turn so
You're
that
gonna
the
get
difficult terrain
exhausted.
does not cost me extra movement on that turn.
Oh yeah, no, Harry is running and panting and just by the time that the Sigurd stops for a bit. Right. How y'all doing back there? He says, looking over his shoulder.
Gashkar is riding on the back of a wyvern.
Yeah.
At one point, I've taken innovative use of a couple of arrows, my rope, to lash a sort of cart that I can attach to the back of your wyvern, and pierce through either side so I can ride the dick along.
I was wondering when you were going to ask me if you could use the
I was gonna
wyvern.
say, tell me we've gotten to at least one downhill slope, and Harry's gone sledding on a giant dick.
So what we're saying is Harry is currently riding the giant dick.
Yes.
All right.
He's riding the giant dick that she will later be eating.
Just wanted to, yeah, no, it's currently she's on top of it and later it'll be inside her.
Yes.
So Sigurd leads you guys over to a bit of an overhang in a hill that's off to one side that provides some amount of protection from the wind, though not from the snow. And he sort of sits down. He points over. Here's a good place to start making camp if you guys want to put together a fire or something. As he begins burying the heads in snow.
Yeah, start building a
Yep.
fire, I guess.
So while he buries it, so you guys put together a fire,
Mhm.
and
We're going to. Do we have enough lumber to spit roast a giant phallus? Can we make a fire large enough to spit roast a giant phallus?
I mean, so right now you might notice we're in the cold.
Mm.
See what he's doing with the heads? We're gonna be doing that with most of the dick. And
Why
then we're going to be
most?
carving off what we need to eat. Those who are interested in having actual meat for dinner. Anyone?
Nope.
Anyone?
You know what? I'll get back to you once it started cooking, and I can have a better look.
All right, maybe two.
Sigurd will call out that he'll have some.
Up 3. Okay. So I carve off what I need. We cook that much,
Right.
and we save the rest for. It's in the fridge. It's leftover.
All right. I start trying to find stuff to make a fire with.
Makes roll check.
So, Harry, while you're going to cook this,
That was terrible.
That was horrible, Jack. Come on, you can do better.
yes, I know I can. I'm working up to it.
Oh, it's about to be a pun. It's about to be a pun cascade.
Oh, you have no idea. Obviously, you're able to be fairly maneuverable in this circumstance. Seem to be able to. We may have some issues if we're going to make this a several days travel.
Okay.
So, Hope, I would like your weigh in as well.
What?
With the situation as it's presented to us, do you find it likely that we would want to avail ourselves of the services of this village and perhaps hire a guide, or should I try the teleport thing again tomorrow?
How far are we going? How far do we need to go?
Probably at least overland, I would say. Can I make a survival check on that since I've got a rough idea of where we are?
And there's a lot of mountains. We don't know which one has this cave.
Yes. This is true. I will be attempting to ascertain more detail on that later this evening.
Okay.
John, can I make a survival check or anything to try and guesstimate how long I think it would take us to get to where I assume this thing is most likely to be?
Sure.
Survival or
survival.
nature?
Survival.
Survival? Okay. 17.
You're pretty certain it's sort of more on the edge of Isenfeld than you're sort of in the middle of it right now. You're pretty certain it's more on the edge than where you're at. At the same time, yeah. At the same time, any amount of teleporting will have the same risk of putting you closer, maybe further away, maybe. Like,
I mean, it's only 38.5 feet.
You got into Isenfeld this time. There's entirely a chance that you might end up on the other side of the world. So
Yeah, but we'll get there eventually. Enough castings. They can't all roll aughts.
And meanwhile, we teleport into the middle of a bunch of giants or something worse next time.
You make it sound. You make that sound like it's something I don't want.
Yeah, well, you're you, which is clearly slightly deranged.
Deranged? Come on.
I don't know. This is okay.
Off-putting.
Yes. Off-putting. That's a good one.
I mean, okay. Just to make sure this is clear, if we had teleported in and it was a bunch of frost giants and they were like, hello, who are you? How can we help you? I wouldn't have just gone and attacked them because they were frost giants. These were frost giants in the middle of a pitched battle.
Yeah,
and
you
I was like,
attacked a wolf.
a battle I can join. You're correct. I did attack a wolf. It was a really big wolf, so clearly not a natural wolf.
Mm-hmm. The giants were
worked out.
also big. I don't.
There's no correlation there.
Okay.
I wouldn't
also.
be frying up wolf dick right now, is what I'm saying.
All right. Because you only eat things that look vaguely like humans. All right. Good. Okay.
Hey,
We're getting somewhere.
No. Let's be clear. Again, if I had brought any other kind of meat product with me that I could cook up freshly and eat, I would be.
Okay.
Could have brought.
I don't have. Yeah, I don't have a taste for giant dick, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yet. I'm just saying, it is the most convenient thing. It actually tastes pretty good.
Does this town take us further or closer away to the mountains from here? How far are we going?
It's to the west, not to the mountains at all.
Okay. So, and
West is the
2
right direction.
days. So are we moving I'm trying to gauge how far we're moving away from things. Because we have no idea where this cave right now is. It could be anywhere along that ridge. Okay. All right. I mean, I think a guide. Because we have no idea where this is. Or we could go on our own further in using teleport or just walking. And then stumble along there, trying to find where this is. We're in the middle right now, so we'd have to go right, and then if we don't find it in that direction, we have to cross the entire way back, or try and teleport the entire way back, which is dangerous.
I mean, so if we're talking about 2 days, if we get there and there's no help that we can do, it's not more dangerous to teleport from there than it is here, right?
Very true.
No.
Let's go there. Let's spend the 2 days. Let's go there. And then if they're like, oh, none, it doesn't help us any, we can keep that at plan B.
Sweet.
Let's do it
Unless we're on
then.
a time crunch at the moment, but I don't think we are.
Sort of.
How much?
Well, I mean, it's not as pressing. Well, I
don't
can't
think there's a set deadline.
tell.
It's just we're trying to do it as fast as possible, right?
Yep. And I want to get back to the tower and finish that.
It is also possible that more knowledge might be able to be revealed using some of the means that I employed previously, now that there is another cleansed area of the Tower of the Gods.
I feel like you're using a lot of big words to say what you could say in smaller words.
I can talk to very intelligent creatures who might know more now that we've killed more demons.
There you go.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
Yep. No, I'd rather go toward a town and supplies and guides and things like that.
Very well. We will continue to travel with Sigurd and make these attempts.
All right. So we're camping here?
That would be the implication, Sigurd says as he finishes covering the heads in snow.
I was just confirming. Yes. All right. I don't have a tent. Mine got eaten by badgers.
Neither do I,
We've got
Sigurd says as he begins clearing away snow.
All right. Can we make
So, with 27, survival check, Gashkar. You do manage to find some frozen, petrified wood in the area. And as you're coming back, you see Sigurd reaching into the snowdrift and pulling out a bag that he then flips open and produces from it a large pile of firewood.
Well, it would have been nice to know that you had that before I went looking.
You didn't ask.
You could have, mentioned as I was heading out, looking for firewood.
He thumbs his head over at the buried heads. I was busy.
When you asked us to go and start a fire, you should have assumed one of us would have been going to do that.
Most people that travel these lands have firewood on them. I figured you did.
We did teleport in here today.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we're not from
You guys
these
really
lands,
weren't
dude.
prepared, were you?
We were intending to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Takes more than warm clothes to stay warm at night, kid. He says as he begins piling together a fire pit.
Sometimes it takes less than clothes to be warm at night.
Sigurd,
I'm just saying.
Sigurd chuckles, and again, looking at him, he's barely wearing he's wearing about half as much clothes as any of the rest of you are in the first place. So
start putting up my tent.
I was gonna say Gashkar, but no, she actually wears like the leather hunter armor.
So you guys began putting together a fire, over which is going to be roasted a bit of giant dick.
Yep. Goddamn right.
Because this is D&D. Why not? Do you have a cooking tools proficiency, Harry?
I do not. I will enlist Sigurd's help.
Okay. He does have cooking tools proficiency, so
Yeah.
we'll take a look.
Gwyn sits down and ritual casts Layman's tiny hut.
Okay. So from the snow around you all rises this basically an igloo around you because it uses the materials around it as a sort of a disguise that sort of encompasses the group of you and the fire.
And inside it is warm and dry.
And the smell of cooking giant dick.
What is that smell?
I'm about to tell you.
Mm-mm.
Barbecue.
Yes, please say.
Okay. So, you guys sort of get the meat up on a spit and get it turning, and he sort of gets it turning, and he reaches into his bag and pulls out what seems to be spices of some kind, which he then reaches over and just starts rubbing into the meat. And it there's this sort of spicy tingy, not spicy, but it's like sharp smell to the meat that begins emanating from it as it cooks, and it begins to smell basically like jerk chicken.
Makes sense.
The other white meat.
It's really more like the blue meat.
Yeah, it's blue. It's more blue than white. It's blue jerk chicken.
I'm eating
Those
good.
of you listening at home may be wondering if I used the term jerk chicken specifically because of this situation, and I did.
I mean, given the hue of the flesh, I would think we can all assume he pretty much always had blue balls. So
Yeah, no, it's true. So it actually smells not bad. Like it's not necessarily the best smell in the world. It depends on whether or not you like the smell of jerk chicken, but that is what it smells like.
Nope. Does anyone have a tent? I'm gonna borrow a tent.
I'm already setting mine up.
For the record, there are people who don't like the smell of jerk chicken. What is wrong with them?
There are people that don't like the smell of jerk chicken.
Well, 70% of taste is smell, so Gashkar will try some.
Tastes like jerk chicken. Which is to say, spicy, not bad, tender.
Yep.
It's actually very tender. Like it's very soft meat. Like it's sort of has the consistency up like turkey or chicken, actually.
So
I really don't want to
There-
say tastes like chicken, but it actually does.
when we eventually start a D&D and fantasy themed eatery, we will have to dye your chicken blue
Little
and
bit,
call
little
it
bit of food
roasted
coloring goes a long
frost
way.
giant dick.
Frost giant.
Food
Yeah, frost
coloring
giant
is
dick.
interesting. It turns things green. It's not good.
Oh,
I mean, maybe the spices turn the dick green. We don't know.
I'm not there to see, so I
Sorry,
approve.
I'm tweeting about this because why wouldn't you?
Because of course you. Well, exactly. Why would you not?
I'll be honest, if it had turned green, I would rather not be eating it. Simply comparison.
Meh.
Are you
Wait,
still?
so what's so special about this stick, Gwen? Why are we out here?
Rapid change of subject.
Smooth segue. That's Corbin's middle name.
We're still talking about something that is vaguely phallic in nature. The staff itself, staff of the Weaveborn, as it's known. It's apparently a fairly innocuous appearing object, emerald set into the head, that sort of thing. And there's a level of power to it. Supposedly it was created by an intersection of the Feywild with the elemental chaos. And given the fact of what we're pursuing is so closely tied to the elemental chaos, it felt right to have something with a more infused aspect at my disposal, if possible. Additionally, the usual spells that one can exercise in order to gain further information about an object seemed all but blank in regard to this staff. My inference that I drew was that there were no legends about it yet because it had not yet been employed to its fullest extent. And, well, hubris being what it is, I suppose you could say, I would kind of like my name to be at the top of that list.
That's fair. Everybody wants to be the first.
So that was pretty much my initial line of thinking, and then considering the fact that it could assist and make life a bit easier as we attempt to cleanse the next few levels of the tower, seemed like it might be worth the effort to take a look and see what we could find.
We've done what, 3 so far?
Yes.
Yeah. There was 4, right? 4 pieces of the rod. So
That are
4
still
left.
missing. Yes.
Yep.
If rumors and legends are to be believed, sometimes things are exaggerated or even omitted. So there may be more to it. We'll have to find out.
Find things just by knowing their name.
Somewhat, yes.
If it's an, I guess, important enough item.
For instance, if I was to, does your spear have a name?
It's just a storm spear. Does a little bit of extra magic damage, but
If I was to cast the spell and inquire about the storm spear, then most likely what would come back would be a possibly somewhat obscure or opaque, maybe ceremonially phrased or something, but there would likely be some stories or significance attached to the exploits that you have done with it. And if someone else had wielded it before you, perhaps their imprint or impact would be part of the legends that would come along with. This one has none as of yet. So, but I believe I will take a few moments and see if there is any further information now that we've pushed back the boundaries of the void. Perhaps further knowledge has been revealed. And he wants to cast Contact Other Plane.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
Don't worry, nobody's psychically linked with him. So if anybody goes crazy, it'll just be Gwyn.
I'm super excited.
Oh boy.
All right.
Best spell.
Let's take a look.
Yes,
at the
let's
spell again
get
real
stuck
quick.
in the middle of an ice field with our wizard who can't teleport us back going.
All right. Make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
And what plane are you trying to contact? And who on what plane are you trying to contact?
He will be attempting to contact
Eshkill.
an entity. No, he can do that just as is. He'll be attempting to contact an entity on the plane of knowledge or the plane of order, one of the two.
Okay.
And looking for a scholar or someone who is a keeper of the legendarium.
Okay.
It must be said, if he does use it to contact Eshkel, he can at least force Eshkel to answer in only a word or small phrase. So there is value to the spell.
So that make me an intelligence saving throw.
29.
Okay, you're fine. So yeah, you reach
Not
out and you reach out into the ether and feel your mind connect with an entity of order and law. You sort of feel the sort of rigid worldview that sort of imprints itself upon you at this moment. This unbending, unyielding view of a world that, while it is a world of many different parts, this entity can see all of those parts and knows how they fit together, even in ways that mortal eyes cannot understand. And you have 5 questions.
His first question will be, from where I sit, in which direction lies the staff of the Weaveborn?
You get back west.
Okay. Given the power of my companions, if we work together, are there any hazards in near or around the staff that are likely to be exceptionally dangerous?
There are always hazards, is what you get back.
Okay.
But his GM speak of saying, that depends on how you guys roll.
Legit. Could it be said that the staff of the Weaveborn is in the personal possession currently of any individual or organization?
No.
Right. Will hiring a guide in the town to which we are headed increase the efficiency with which we are likely to find the staff's location?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's 4.
That's 4.
Yep.
That's one more.
What is the nearest notable landmark clearly visible from the location of the staff?
The Feywood.
And at that point, does the connection sever?
Yep. And this
Alright.
ordered presence sort of retreats from your mind.
Cool. And then he'll cast Legend Lore as well to see if anything has cropped up since the last time he investigated, to see if he can draw any information on the staff using that spell again, because he couldn't last time.
What spell? Sorry, I was distracted.
Legend Lore.
Okay.
That's the one where.
Yeah, and you cast Legend Lore on staff, you get no information.
Yeah. No information. All right.
Nope, no information.
And he'll come out of his little trance-like stupor and share that information with the class.
The information has been shared.
So now you all know as much as I know currently.
All right. Then we walk toward there.
In that town that can help.
I
us
feel-
find that for you.
All right. So you rest.
Also,
for the-
Gashkar, I do apologize, but Ice Pelt won't fit in here.
Well, he is
yeah, all right.
He is a
The elements?
frost wyvern.
Just wanted to check.
I wanted to talk to Corbin.
All right. Hope and Corbin outside where there is no smell of jerk chicken.
Yep. It's much
Just a
better.
wyvern
Just a wyvern.
getting curled up in the snow.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cute. All right. Hey Corbin.
Yeah.
So I might be trying to turn into a god. You're
I
making
feel
a
like
face.
dating Hope means that you just kind of habitually pinch the bridge of your nose a lot.
All right, I got a few questions.
Okay,
A few.
shoot.
Why, how, and can I too?
Well, you're more than welcome to try. What was the first one was why? Because the gods right now are doing a shit job, and I think I could do better.
This is the definition of hubris.
I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
I think I can do a better job than
Quinn
the
was
gods.
feeling like he was subject to some hubris.
You know
He-
what? I'm
You got
going
a
with it.
patch on Hope.
Listen, I've been invincible for a while. I don't know. So
No, you haven't been invincible. You've been immortal. He's not there. Never mind.
Okay.
and I don't think they're not talking to each other. No, they're not telling any of us what's going on, and it's infuriating. And I don't know what's going on, and I think this will help. So,
Two more questions.
That's,
the other one was how, huh?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. How? No idea. I think I have a slight plan. So, I don't have it anymore, but I gave it to Gwen. The rod is a beacon to the plane shaper, right? It's this connection to the elemental chaos, which turns out has a separate pool of power from the rest of the divine. And so that's why this is causing all these problems, is that when we complete the tower, this gets funneled back into the world, and it's making Eidos sort of grow. So
shrink technically, but
yeah.
Condense.
Condense, sort of, concentrated, which is not good.
concentrated Eidos.
Concentrated
Precipitate.
Eidos, which seems bad.
It's an
Let's
Eidos
spit it out.
precipitate from the
Yes.
solution of void. It's a chemical thing, really.
Anyway,
Oh, Oh
So-
shit, we're a catalyst.
Yeah.
So Mercelina's like, I'm gone for 10 minutes, and all of a sudden you're all trying to become gods. What the fuck?
I've been
Hashtag
trying to
team
talk to you. You haven't
apotheosis.
answered. Anyway, so there's this other pool of power, and the God Emperor asked me to break the rod when we finish, which I presume will sever the connection to that other divine pool, or possibly release it. I'm not entirely sure yet. And so I think
I like that.
If I
I like
can-
that it was phrased the God Emperor asked and not that's part of the God Emperor's deal.
he asked.
God Emperor's
yeah.
just like, hey, could you do a thing for me? Yeah, no biggie. You know, just
Listen,
If you have time, if not too much trouble, could you do me a quick
Good.
solid? Awesome.
Good.
Don't push yourself
So-
out though.
So, my current plan is to possibly try and somehow absorb all of that the current divine pool of power, which I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I don't know. And I don't know if I'm gonna do it actually at this point, but I just wanted to let you know as a heads up that hey, I might try and turn into a god because I figure you should know. And
And he is looking
So?
off like to the right and just like thinking.
Because that's the kind of thing that you say if you want to be in a
Plugins.
transparent, open, communicative relationship.
yes,
By the way,
I told
I
him.
might try to become a god.
Hey,
Yeah.
babe. I'm just trying to be clear with you. I just want to tell you that I might at one point try and reach apotheosis.
we must become
Anyway.
as gods. We must become
Just a
as
heads up,
gods.
Boo.
We must become as gods.
Anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but I'm not. The other thing is I'm just not entirely sure about you what the right thing to do in this situation is because
Corbin's eyes start switching.
Chris Whitaker, I just
because according to the rest of the gods, this tower needs to get completed, and that's going to release Eidos, who may or may not try to destroy the world at a certain point. I suspect it might just restart the cycle, and so we'd have who knows how long until the world is destroyed again, or we do what the God Emperor wants, which is to sever that connection, which I'm not sure if it would work or if it would destroy the world in a different way. Because I don't think he really cares if the rest of the gods to get destroyed, or third option, because that's what I do, is try and become a god yourself.
Right? If somebody tells you if somebody asks you if you want to become a god, say yes.
okay. That's a lot.
Mhm. Yeah.
Understatement of the
Mhm.
year.
Millennia,
Anyway.
actually.
So yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how you would do it, so I don't know how I could even try to stop you.
Do you want to
but-
stop me?
I'd like it if you stayed here. We have honestly no idea what they're doing.
No,
Yeah, they don't. They talk to their priests,
I know,
but
and it drives me. I don't
what's your
like that.
platform for becoming a god? What is what are you promising? No.
Which
What's your-
What's your platform? What are you campaigning on?
Yeah.
What is your divine platform?
I mean, what if you try to do that and it just absolutely backfires and destroys you or the world or everything?
Well, that's what I'm hoping that it doesn't happen.
Oh, thank you
And
for finishing that.
that's yeah, uh-huh. I don't want to destroy the world. That's what I'm trying to do is hope that there's some option that's not going to destroy the world or sever all of our connections to the gods or just something. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so you wanted something to smoke. But I was thinking that I might try and get
Go
in
ahead, take it.
contact. Yeah. I might try and get in contact with one of the gods again because I have this. And I hold up the sending spell in my hand. Because you can technically contact a creature with it. Does a god count?
You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no
We're
idea.
gonna build a wall around the plane to keep all the outsiders from the other planes out.
What?
Because let me tell you, those outsiders, those celestials, those infernals, they are not bringing their best people.
You do not know if a god counts as a creature or not.
Okay. Well, I might
I
try.
think they make creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
but-
important to find out because if they do, that means you can cast Magic Jar on a god.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain a god has like 10 legendary resistances.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Well,
It's gonna break down eventually.
So what you're saying is we need 11 wizards. Okay, that's easy enough.
yeah. I don't know, Corbin. I was thinking about Selena's question, and this is honestly the answer to what I want to.
No, it's not.
Please, like, don't drag me into this.
Listen.
I wasn't there for when Selena asked.
Selena asked me what I would do with my life. If
Become a god. Not
Listen.
like be a baker
No.
or rescue children.
Listen, the blood of God flows in my veins. I have ambition.
I'm just saying. When Selena asked that, this was not the answer that was
Well,
given. And
you
her
left.
response would have been very different had it been.
You left. And I've been trying to talk to you, but you won't answer. So this is what we have. All right. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm just gonna go do that right now. You know?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna smoke a pipe and talk to the gods. All right.
Yep.
So you smoked a pipe.
Uh-huh.
Your wisdom increases temporarily.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I cast sending
Okay.
on Laretha
Okay.
to contact Laretha.
What do you say? Because you say the words when you cast the spell.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Get fucked, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
I'm coming for your spot.
I have some information you probably don't know. That's all I say.
So you send it off. You wait. You wait. You wait. No response.
God is not a creature.
There are quite a number of reasons why there
Oh,
might
no,
not
there
be
are.
a response.
There are.
That is certainly one of them, though.
I was waiting for the simple answer of a god is not a creature.
That's the thing is, you don't know why. You don't know if it doesn't succeed or why. So
All right.
Giant
So-
celestial.
And then
yeah,
I'm just
no.
gonna start praying to her once it's clear that that did not do anything.
it might just be ignoring you.
She might.
There might, like Corbin said, there might just be this like giant celestial sweeping backhand coming out of the heavens in a second.
I'm ready for
This
that.
hasn't reached us yet.
It's big. It's got to move a little slow.
All right, make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. It's +1. 14. Where are my natural 20s now?
No response.
Where is your natural 20 now?
I mean, I feel like basically what you just said was, bitch, I know you don't know everything, so you best come talk to me.
There is no response.
Oh.
All right.
The pure barbarian has a better speaking level with her god than you do.
Says we're not on speaking terms. All right. And then no, she's gonna try one more. She's
Okay.
gonna try and pray to a Radnir
Okay.
because I
Good
want
choice.
something.
All right. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Hey, 24.
There is no response.
All right. Can I? This is weird. Can I insight check the gods?
Sure.
Oh my
I
god.
want to know why they aren't answering.
Okay.
This is
Using what signs?
I don't know.
Make an
Like
insight
what-
check.
I go
Body language.
outside.
The
Make-
fact that
make-
there are
hang-
none.
hey, make an
Yes.
insight check.
All right. Here we go. It's
Here's the
+1.
natural one.
15.
You haven't been able to,
Archery.
like, you just haven't been able. You've always had difficulty talking to them, but you've occasionally been able to get through.
Yep.
There's no way to insight check the gods themselves.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm trying to figure out why.
but
why
when you,
if this is
like,
a.
you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it, and you don't have any solid reasoning. But you also haven't heard that voice in your head for a long time now.
Ah.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Damn it. I would like to use my consult the spirits
Okay.
on basic for augury,
Okay.
and I would like to know if I try to contact the God Emperor and specifically, you can't do it. Specifically, try and take back the deal. What would happen?
Whoa is the result.
Okay.
We're the only man.
All right. I'm gonna go to sleep then.
All right. So after a night of trying to drag a giant dick, or after a day of dragging a giant dick, and then a night of trying to talk to the gods, you all go to sleep in the snow-covered, barren wasteland of Eisenfeld, and that's where we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.